What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Locker Room Rant. It's your boys. I'm Tony. We got John V. We got Nico. The band is back together.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know how many episodes. I think we're 21 episodes in. And if you haven't hit subscribe yet, we'll wait. Go ahead. Go on. We're watching you. We could see you through the cam right now. Hit subscribe, and then we can continue the show.
You know you want to.
You know you want to. But thanks for all the love for everyone that's been hitting subscribe and giving us likes. I think last I counted, guys, we were close to 3,000 views.
Yeah, I was just, John showed me that the other day. I was like, holy crap, people chimed in 2,500 times to watch this stuff.
And that's just on YouTube. Those are just YouTube views. So we have got a good thing going on, but your boys need some love, man. Jeez Louise. I start looking at all these channels that are like got thousands and thousands of subscribers, and I'm like, what they got that we ain't got?
Yeah. I think probably jobs. I mean, we have jobs. They're probably doing this full time, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Make us not work anymore.
We could still work. We just want to we want to get the word out there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Isn't that why you are here?
Are you not entertained? Hit that fucking subscribe button down below. Hit the bell. Hit the bell so you can be notified when your boys are on. Let's do this. We got comments and shit going on already. John, can you handle comments for us tonight?
Yeah, for sure, man. What's up, Izzy? What's up, 49er Chanel? Bam.
Ladies night always here at the Locker Room Rant. The ladies love the Locker Room Rant. So
yes,
you guys want to
can't thank you enough.
You guys want to talk about the Cowboys Eagles game last night?
Sure.
Did you guys watch that?
Yeah, I saw most of it. I mean, I couldn't catch the whole thing, but yeah, I saw most of it. Eagles look rough.
Yeah. Makes me wonder how he struggled so much, man. I'm watching this over again behind me, fam. This right here. This game.
Man, I'm surprised you're putting yourself through that. You usually don't do that.
I have to. I need to see. There are other aspects aside from Jimmy G that I watch. I like to see where the offensive line. I like to see where the run game struggled. But yeah, last night's game was pretty. Look, the Cowboys look pretty solid, and as a Niner fan, it's hard to say that, but they do look good. And I'm a Dak fan. I have always liked Dak. I think he is. I was so scared when he snapped his leg off. I'm like, oh my God, dude, Jesus, this guy's career. And he comes back and it's a shoulder that's like, they were all worried. Like no one was ever worried about Dak's ankle. They were only worried about his shoulder, right? So, there he is. What's up, brother? Good to see you, D. Thanks for stopping by, my man.
Dion, what's up? I actually haven't
Dion.
I actually haven't been a Dak fan forever. I always thought he was like right on that really good quarterback you could win a Super Bowl with. But the way he's playing right now, and don't get me wrong, their defense is actually pretty impressive as well. To go from being that shitty to now being pretty good is kind of a really big change. But Dak, I feel like he's better than before. I feel like he's taken a step up to that quarterback that can actually is an elite quarterback. They probably should have signed him last year. They probably could have got a deal on him. Now I think
good to see you, bro.
Yeah, he's looking like the league MVP through 3 weeks, but it's small sample size. There's a 17 game season, so we'll see where it goes from here. He beat the Chargers in on the road. He beat the Eagles at home. So we'll see. We'll see where he goes from here. This week they got the Panthers with no McCaffrey, and that rookie corner, J.C. Horn, broke his foot. So I hate to see rookies get injured, man. I hate to see anyone.
He was doing pretty well too.
Yeah,
he was really good. He was actually a big favorite on my draft board. I really liked him a lot.
One thing about the Eagles, how do you only rush Miles Sanders, who actually, if you look at like the average yards per rush, it was like 10. I think he only got 3 rushes throughout the whole game. Like, what's going on in that coaching staff that you only rush your running back? And it wasn't that far. The game wasn't that far off for the majority of the game. The Cowboys eventually took it over, but I mean, you gotta. Miles Sanders is a pretty good back, and mind you, he's on my fantasy team too. So this is kind of me belly aching about this, but he should get at 10 plus rushes.
They had a weird game plan. It was almost like they were playing as if they were losing by 20 the entire game.
Yeah.
And it was tied for most of the first quarter, first half. It was a close game, the first quarter, first half. And they were losing by 30 like the whole game. It was a weird game plan. That defense ate up Mr. Hurts and that Diggs kid. That Diggs kid he looks like the real deal lockdown corner. I don't know why they kept testing him, throwing his way.
Devontae Smith, was that who he was lined up crossed?
Yeah,
right.
And they played each other. They were on the same team in college, and it was almost like he knew every Devontae Smith move before Devontae Smith even knew what. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they kept trying to go to Smith, and Diggs had that pick 6. Tell you what, that defense looks good. Looks good.
It's like the Eagles are trying to make Hurts into something he's not. Like,
what if he's just getting reps, bro? What if they're just working him in and let him get his reps?
That time is not during the regular season. You're probably trying to win games. Like, you should have a plan.
I'm bad with names tonight for some reason. Who's the kid they drafted out of Penn State, the linebacker?
Parsons.
Oh my God, Micah Parsons. He looked like a fucking man possessed out there. I can't believe that kid's a rookie. Watching him play, he does not look like a rookie out there.
He was such a high prospect.
I'll tell you who also doesn't look like a rookie. My man. We're not talking about this game anymore. JOK.
You don't get to decide what we say. And JOK doesn't get any playing time.
JOK himself. Yeah, he doesn't, and he should. Like, he's
no Micah Parsons, bro.
If you look, so I mean, this is just kind of, it's probably not completely accurate of a description of how good a player is. But right now, with players that have averaged more than 20 plays per game, JOK is the number 1 rated linebacker in the league. Per fantasy focus.
Okay. Well, you want to talk about you didn't get a chance to talk about your Browns with those 9 sacks, however many it was. Mm-hmm. You want to talk about what you saw on Sunday?
Yeah, I'm going to talk a lot about it. So, a lot of people are calling for Matt Nagy's head right now. And
Who's Matt Nagy?
Oh no, I'm sorry, Charles Nagy. Charles Nagy. A lot of people are calling for his head.
Christ.
A lot of people are telling him to go back to the pitcher's mound and quit coaching. But a lot of people are calling for his head. But here's the thing, and I'm not necessarily disagreeing with that. He seems to me like a crappy coach. That being said, he took the team to the playoffs last year, and he's not 0-3. He's 1-3. And his one loss was to the Rams, and his other loss was to the Browns, which everyone thinks are two pretty good teams. I think the Browns are underrated, but everyone thinks those are two pretty good teams. And he beat the Bengals. And the Bengals are a pretty good team. They wiped the floor with the Steelers this week. So his record doesn't show that he should be fired. His success thus far doesn't show that he should be fired. I don't think those are the two determinants on whether somebody should be fired, but it is what it is. Now, as far as the game went, everyone's always also talking about Fields being a rookie. Yeah, Fields is going to have better days. He's not going to be this bad. He's just not. It's almost impossible to be this bad. He's not going to be this bad. I wouldn't be surprised if next game he goes out and throws a couple touchdowns and they win the game. It could happen. But
did you see the offensive line?
It's almost like they're trying to downgrade.
Did you see Chicago's offensive line?
Yeah, they look pretty bad.
Fucking awful.
They also surrendered 4.5 sacks to probably the best player in the league. Best defensive player, anyways, in my opinion. So, listen, it's almost like people are downplaying the Browns' win. They're just saying, oh, how bad the Bears were. The Bears are not that bad. Their defense is actually pretty darn good and actually gave us fits this whole game until the very end. We took it over. But JOK played awesome this game. He was incredible. Newsome looked really good. He got a little banged up, which I'm a little worried about, but hopefully he's okay. Myles Garrett, you can't say anything more about it. Record-breaking day. I know Havoc was talking a lot of crap about Mr. Clowney, but Mr. Clowney played pretty damn good yesterday. I mean,
I think he accounted for 1 sack, bro.
2. He had 2 sacks.
Sure?
Yep.
So what was it total?
And
sure they didn't split one?
They had 9 sacks. They had 9 sacks.
9 in total?
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, the defense, you can't really say anything bad about it. You're going to say the whole defense played well because they only let up 60-some yards. So you can't say anything bad about the defense. 3 of their points were on a bullcrap call against Johnny Johnson, who should have had an interception, not a penalty. So, yeah, the defense was dominant, as dominant as you're ever going to see a defense be against another NFL team.
When I saw that play live, I was like, oh, that was definitely pass interference. He pushed off and made that interception.
Barely touched
and then when they played it in replay, like slow-mo, I was like, what a bullshit call that was.
Yeah, it was horrible. So the only thing I say about the defense is this. This is my only complaint. You can't really have any complaints, but I'll have one. Is I still didn't see them blitz enough. They're still too reliant on the defensive line. I would like to see more blitzes. I would like to see more exotic blitzes. I would like to see them blitz a lot more people. I think JOK blitzed, and he wasn't even supposed to blitz. He just recognized that there was an opening for him to, and took it. But yeah, that's really the only complaint I have on that. The offense, the Bears are a good defense, and they came in with a game plan to take Chubb out, and for the most part they kind of did, but they also didn't account for Mr. Hunt coming in and gashing him like they did. Beckham
I think they did. They just kind of had to give up.
It's hard to stop two great running backs. They're always coming in fresh, so it's kind of hard to stop. Beckham played, and you know what? Beckham was used exactly how he should be.
Sparingly.
Exactly how he should be. Not necessarily sparingly. He got 5 balls.
Nothing forced, though.
Nothing forced. He let it come to him. Baker picked him out in good spots. They didn't try to force it to him. I can't really complain about that. That's exactly what I want from Beckham. And when Landry comes back, if those two, if Baker just has the reels on the team like he did last game, I think we're looking pretty good.
Okay.
He did. Beckham drew the coverage. He did great.
Mm-hmm. Made a couple really good catches.
All right, my favorite time of the week. It's the hype train.
Hype train. All aboard!
John hates that. Do you?
When Nick says all aboard, it does me in. Like it just, it does me in. You should have been a conductor.
His hoodies are sick. Look at that logo, huh?
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Fucking
Very nice
sick ass show. 111 subscribers. Get the fuck out of here. One of these days, guys, I'm gonna sign on our YouTube and I'm gonna look at it. It's just gonna be like 60,000 subscribers overnight. Yeah, we'll take. Hey, you know what? We got 111. I'm cool with that.
Let me tell you something. 111 is fantastic, but what's really mind blowing are the numbers outside of the subscribers. 2,500 views, guys, across. Yeah. How many episodes, Nick?
21. 20.
This is the
20 episodes. That's pretty damn good for a few guys from Ohio just out here having some fun with the great chat.
It's not bad for 3 goofy assholes.
I love it. It's good stuff, man. Hey, it's a good time.
Anyone hopping on your hype train, Nick, for this week?
Yeah. So I'm going to keep the Cowboys on, and I'm going to move them to the front seat. I think the Cowboys are legit. I think the Cowboys are not only legit, I think they're contenders. They have proven
you just got JOK's balls off your chin, and now
they're still there. I'm working around them.
Jesus, it's gross. It's a family show. This is a family show.
It's not a family show.
Shit.
So the team that I will put back on. There's 2 teams I'll put back on the hype train though, and that is the Packers, and that's the Cincinnati Bengals. I told people they're going to be better than we think, and I think they are. So
what's up, Dan?
The Packers, Mr. Rodgers proves once again that Mr. Rodgers is among the all-time greats.
Anyone off of your train from this week?
Anyone off of my train? I don't think I had too many people on the train to begin with. So the people the teams that try to get on that I'm just kicking off, that I'm just kicking right in the chest, you're not allowed on here. That is the Steelers. The Steelers are, in my mind, the worst team in the AFC North. And it's weird saying that. And also, I would say, trying to look at teams here. Yeah, that's about it.
So Steelers are off.
Steelers are allowed on. And Washington. I'll put Washington. I'll say that to Washington too. If Patrick not there, not allowed on.
All right. Man, I'll tell you what. I never knew. I guess I never paid attention as much. But a bad offensive line makes you a bad football team.
It does. I mean, I don't know.
Like not just offensively. It's like offensively, and it carries over to your defense because you can't run the ball to have clock management, meaning your defense is always on the field, getting tired. I mean,
well, the Browns game's a perfect example of that. Like the Bears played very well defensively, but you look at the score and it's 26-6. You're thinking, how the hell did that defense give up 26 points? Well, if the offense can't stay on the damn field and you keep giving the Browns opportunities to score, they're going to do it eventually.
To make a long story short, Steelers are off my train. I was on them throughout the off season. Week 1, they went into Buffalo, beat them. I don't know how the fuck that happened, and now I'm off. That was crazy what I witnessed on Sunday, and I watched that game closely because I had some fantasy implications on that game, and I'll tell you what, that was That was bad. Ben Roethlisberger looked like Mr. Stoyan out there when we used to play with Mr. Stoyan in the back.
Disgrace Mr. Stoyan. Like,
I'm not.
How dare you disgrace the great Mr. Stoyan?
It's just that Mr. Stoyan was playing with a bunch of 14-year-old, 15-year-old kids, and he was in his late 40s. He was sluggish out there.
Man can hit a dime on a stick.
He could. But Ben looks like Mr. Stoyan in the last years of Mr. Stoyan. But I'm off the Steelers. I'll tell you another team I'm off of. I'm jumping right off the Seattle Seahawks. I don't like what they put together there. I think defensively, there's a lot of holes. There was last year, but the same holes are there, I feel like. And the offensive productivity, I feel like, isn't as crisp as it was last year. I think they were a better team. This is going to sound crazy. I think they looked like a better team, a better offense when it was just Russell Wilson, go out there, fire the ball, abandon the run game. And they looked like a better offense with no run game, in my eyes.
You're probably right. Listen, there are a couple like I said, there are a couple quarterbacks in the league that are just awesome, and you shouldn't take the ball out of their hands relatively with a few exceptions. And that's Mahomes, that's Brady, that's Rodgers. I'm going to put Dak in there now. Maybe Deshaun Watson when he's not in legal hell like he is right now. I know I might be forgetting somebody, but those are guys who should have the ball in their hands all the time. And Chris Carson, listen, he's okay, but he's not great.
I don't think it has anything to do with Chris Carson being good or bad. It's just something about Russ and go out there, do what you got to do to win the game. That made them more dangerous, and
of course,
flying that ball on every fucking play, or him running, it just made them a better team. And now they're trying to have some type of run game, and it doesn't look like they can score at will, or they just don't. And that's just an outsider.
I actually agree with you.
Hopping
They've never
on.
been able to establish a run since
Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch. They just can't establish run game. DK Metcalf can't run routes. He's just like.
I feel like they can establish a run game, and they do establish a run game, but it like
you're basically saying
slows their team down or something. It doesn't look right.
You're basically saying like Russ is like a machine gun, and you're going into like a gunfight, and you're having a machine gun. And then when you get the ball to Carson and try to run it, you're basically taking out your pistol. There's no reason to take out.
I don't know about these fucking analogies you got going on, but
You know what?
machine guns and shit.
I was following you, and then it's like you just shut the door in my face, bro.
No, Russ is just dangerous with the ball in his hands, and the more you take it out of his hands, the less dangerous the team becomes.
Russ is getting older, and he still doesn't have protection in front of him, bro. He's still running around for his life.
Russ is still pretty young.
I feel like that's when he's at his best. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy. He's at his best when he's running for his life.
Yeah, but I'm saying for longevity in his career, he needs to be protected. You know what I'm saying? You know
what? There's something that's been pissing me off. I have to address. I was thinking today. Why did Pete Carroll get a free pass on that Super Bowl against the Patriots?
Who's giving him a free pass?
I feel like everyone just gave him a free pass after that.
I was
ecstatic. He's 100 years old. I credit that to poor decision making.
It's been great quick. like I don't think anyone gave him a free pass. I think people criticized the move that he made, but
he should have been. He should have. You could have argued firing him after that decision. You know how hard it is to get to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But every season since, Tony, I mean, the guy makes the postseason.
But like I said, he did exactly what you're saying that they should do. He said, give the ball, keep it in Russ's hands, and
not on the fucking 1 yard line when you got Lynch behind you.
I get it,
and that was before Russ was Russ.
Yeah. It was a bad move, but I think
goddamn well Marshawn Lynch didn't give him a free pass. I think he cashed in his career. I think that just put him in a.
I think people looked at Carroll and they were like, all right, this guy has a history of success, and this guy has the team up and coming, and this team's better than it's ever been. So yeah, he fucked up, but we're gonna bypass that. We're gonna look past that, and hopefully he can get back. It's not like Philly when they won that Super Bowl and then the team just went into shambles after that. Like that's why
I still can't believe that went down how it went down. And yeah, I see people in the chat. Dan says that'll go down as the worst play call of all time. It's far from a free pass. I still think that should still be talked about today. I mean, that's how bad they gave away a Super Bowl. And I think I don't know why he did it, but I have a hard time looking at him as a coach, knowing that he lost that Super Bowl.
I love it. I absolutely loved every minute of it. Every time I look at him, I'm reminded of that decision. And I'll tell you something, shut the fuck up, Nick, for a second. Can I talk?
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Yammering all goddamn day, bro.
Hey, shut the fuck up. I'm letting you take the floor.
Oh shit!
I actually get a kick out of Pete Carroll in that decision because Dan's right. It will go down probably as one of the most foolish Super Bowl. Foolish plays during a Super Bowl. It's got to be top 3, top 5 of all time.
I can't think of a worse play call than that.
I mean, I remember faintly the excuses that were coming. I remember that.
The Falcons against the Patriots.
What about it?
In my opinion, worse.
Oh, dude. You know what? You know what? Hold on a second. Hold on.
Are you trying to take him out?
Yeah.
Damn it, John. There's a proper way of doing things, and that wasn't the proper way.
First of all, that's not this is unwarranted.
No,
dude, he's got, dude. He is, bro. That Super Bowl was it's unfortunate, but I mean, it was still a game. There wasn't poor decision making. You know where I think he's going with this, right? Shanahan was the offensive coordinator. I think I think I know where he's going with this. You sneaky little shit. That devilish smile.
Yeah, exactly where I'm going with it. Shanahan should have ran out the clock. He had the game won.
You do know that the game flipped. Like you act like there was like 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Nick.
There was. They scored twice.
They were making a turnaround, Nick, in the fourth quarter, the beginning of the fourth quarter. Do you remember when the score started off as?
First of all, that Super Bowl, Nick, that wasn't the worst play call of all time. That was like
sequence of play calling.
That was a sequence of coaching mishaps / running into the buzzsaw, which was the Tom Brady New England Patriots. That was like a game that unraveled. This was one play when you had arguably the most maniac running back of all time that could get 1 yard in his fucking sleep. And you chose to be the cocky Pete Carroll chewing your damn bubble gum.
I wish he'd choke on it just about every time we play him.
And you handed the Super Bowl over. And I just feel like we should still be talking about it more. That's how fucked up it was. He gave away the Super Bowl. Like thinking, and I guarantee you after the game, he was probably thinking, oh, we'll be back. No big deal. We just went to 2 straight. We'll go to another one. And haven't been back since. Yeah, they've been to the playoffs. They've had minor success since. Yeah. But nothing. Won the division. They never got back.
Nope.
Hard to get to the Super Bowl.
When you're looking at Marshawn Lynch, when you look back at that guy, wouldn't your stomach just I mean, bro, how can you live with yourself after that? This guy, you told the world you didn't trust that guy with the ball to get you.
I'm trying to think of another running back that you would rather have on the 1 yard line, that you'd rather give the ball to on the 1 yard line than Marshawn Lynch. And I can't. Maybe Jerome Bettis. Maybe.
I mean, you can dig deep into the bag of history, sure.
I mean, Mike Allstott, maybe.
It might. I was actually about to say Mike Allstott, but you know what? I think it might have been. This is probably the last thing I'll say on this. I think it might have been that maybe Belichick was in his head. You know, back we kind of take it for granted now. But back in that time, people thought of Belichick as like some type of freaking god. And that he could do no.
We're not going back 25 years.
Yeah, but even like Belichick's aura has worn off like probably like the last 3-4 years. But back then people thought of him as a god. Like he could do no wrong, and in crunch time he will stop you. He will figure out a way. I feel like maybe Pete Carroll thought, you know what, if I run the ball, Belichick's got some play design where he's going to stop us and we're going to lose.
They could have stopped him. And then they could have done it again. There was still time on the clock. I'm not sure if they had timeouts, but there was enough time to run a few plays from the 1 yard line. It wasn't just like 2 seconds on the clock, game over. Mm-hmm. You know what? And I feel like I don't know what year that was in Pete Carroll's coaching with the Seahawks. I don't know how many years he was there before that. But it wasn't many. It was either like
I think it was like 2-3 years before.
So say it was like his second or third year with the Seahawks, and I feel like he was thinking, you know what, this coaching thing, pretty fucking easy. I go to these Super Bowls. I go to these Super Bowls. You know what? I'm gonna fucking throw the ball, and then you know what? If we don't get it, fuck them. I'll be back next year. I feel like he's that cocky of a dude.
Yeah. A lot of coaches are. A lot of coaches think that their way is the best way.
I feel like I don't want to go there, but Jamal Lewis. Terry had a good one. Yeah. Jamal Lewis. Okay, let's get to this slate of games.
Wait a minute. I got a hype train. Let me go through it real quick.
John's got a fucking hype train. John's got a fucking hype train this year.
But somebody give me a fucking hype train. You guys went into the fucking history of the Seahawks.
This is actually big because this is the first time John's letting somebody on his hype train.
This is huge.
I had Heineke on the goddamn thing, and you
can't let one guy on the hype train.
Huh?
You can't let one guy on the hype train. You let one guy, you got to bring his whole team.
Hold on, this is huge. Train. I wish I had a drum roll right now, but this is huge. Who is on this hype train?
I'm making Heineke take a few seats back. Jesus Christ. And I'm putting Dak in the front seat, bro.
So you're still I don't think you
I mean, you guys I'm picking individual athletes on my hype train right now.
Why?
That's
Because
not what
I
the
really.
So you got like a hype. You got like a hype Miata. You got like a hype one-seater.
Bro, I had to sit
You
here.
don't have a
and listen
train.
to
The train
fucking
takes the whole team.
Suck JOK's Bulls, bro.
Yeah, but I didn't put JOK on my hype train.
I'm Dak right now, and that's who it is right now. I have individual players right now.
Once again, only one player on this hype train. He
That's
gave Heineke the boot. He gave Heineke the boot and invited Dak on.
yeah.
That's not a hype train. That's like a hype motorcycle with a side cart.
That's like a hype tandem bicycle.
Yeah. What? We need to do more reviews before the show starts and kind of work out the kinks instead of just going straight for the live shit. Maybe we need to start talking about these segments because the hype train, there seems to be some fucking confusion.
Like, you don't need an entire train for one guy.
It's week fucking 3, dude. I mean, what do you want?
Like you can take Dak in a suitcase all in one car.
Hey, the fucking train stopped in Dallas, motherfuckers.
So you want the Cowboys? You want the Cowboys on the hype train?
Put them on there. Fuck it. It's got to be the whole 53 or nothing. Put them on there.
He gets so mad. He gets so mad. Oh shit. The hype unicycle, Havoc said.
I like that. I like that. I like that, Havoc.
Okay, guys. The hype train's done. We might just have to fucking retire the hype train, to be honest with you.
I like the hype train, bro.
I like it.
You can't put like a player of the week on the hype train. I think Josh Allen was player of the week, FedEx player of the week, actually.
Here's the thing. You could put a single player on the hype train if there's other people on the fucking hype train. You just can't have one guy on a whole motherfucking train.
What? We're gonna go the whole 17 weeks, bro, with the hype train. No? There's plenty of fucking room on the train now, bro.
Okay. We need to start. Maybe we need to start having some locker room rant meetings throughout the week.
Yeah.
This is too raw. Our show's too raw. And we
all
can't
about
keep it
being raw,
together.
bro. It's table talk, bro. This is the way you do it, bro.
Jaguars.
So I'll have the hype train, just the QB. No, that's a fucking good one.
Just got it.
Oh, did you just get it, Nick?
I
Clown.
did
Did you just get it?
nobody else gets it, but we get it.
That is.
I'm gonna let him have that for a few minutes. I'm gonna leave that up
Take the
there.
Cowboys, just Dak.
Oh my God. Oh, Urshela. Oh. DraftKings is looking good tonight, fellas.
Did you play some baseball, bro?
Oh yeah. Oh, Giancarlo Stanton, you are my love. And I'm a Boston Red Sox fan. I fucking love that guy, though. Nick, remember that season you picked him in fantasy, and he had like 6 home runs in 2 games, and then I think ended the year with like 20. Like, wow, how the fuck?
I was like, yes, he's hitting in the short porch. He's gonna hit 70. Like, just never really caught on afterwards.
All right,
Dan.
Jaguars,
Yeah,
Bengals.
Hey Dan, you know what? I hope the kids were asleep and you had an earpiece in. I really would hate for the kids to come over to Dad and give him a good night kiss for bed, and then
listen,
John in Ohio just
let's just address
blaring curse words.
Let's address the giant elephant in the room right now. Not everyone knows this, but we did a recap show on Sunday. That has since, I think, been deleted. It was
yeah,
John.
it didn't have a chance on YouTube, bro. It broke every law, every rule, bro. We fucked that up.
John had a live reaction while he was watching the Green Bay Packers, and needless to say, it was fucking nuts. It was. Nick wasn't there. Nick got to see a little sample size.
Nick got to see samples.
Solid gold. It was solid gold.
And Nick said it was the funniest thing he's ever seen in his entire life.
Mo loved it.
But
Muhammad, for me, Muhammad was laughing. Muhammad was laughing from the moment I signed in till he got off. Dude, that dude had the time of his life. And if anything, I was so happy to give him that because he was so happy, dude. He loved it. Poor guy couldn't stop.
I've seen this before, but it never gets old for me. I can watch it over and over again.
Nick saw this in the Cavs in the playoffs for the Cavs.
Just in the Cavs playoffs. Hell, I saw it a couple months ago when you were watching the men's soccer team against Jamaica.
But here's the thing.
If anybody knows anything about the men's national soccer team, I mean, they can't get a win to save their soul. Right now they're on the outside looking in.
If we ever wanted to take that giant leap and get 60,000 subscribers, like we were talking about earlier,
at the expense of me, sure, probably.
That was our chance. That was our chance, John.
I would be buried. People would bury me.
They would bury you, but I bet your ass they'd come back next Sunday and dig your ass up.
It was a joy. It was a joy to see others experience it. To me, it was a joy to see others experience it.
My favorite part for some reason is when the truck commercial came on about the new tailgate that you can like hide stuff in the new tailgate.
No, it has a snap, and you were like, John, what are you getting mad about, bro? It's a commercial, bro.
You were like, right now, they gotta fucking show the tailgate. Now.
And I was like, and it was a Wendy's commercial with hamburgers and everything else. And I'm like, bro, hamburgers right now, bro? I want to see a fucking hamburger from Wendy's. And then I was like, oh my God, look at this, guys. Look at this. It's a new fucking tailgate. Same truck, new tailgate. It's got a step. Woo! And I was just like,
no.
And poor Mo, bro. He was over there. He couldn't even gather himself.
That was the best thing Mo's ever seen.
He texted me after he signed off, and he was like, that was the greatest thing I've ever witnessed in my life.
We'll have to do, maybe we can do this again. Just you, me, and Nick.
Yeah.
And we're just going to let it roll. And we're just going to be very cautious. And I will just, that's like me, it doesn't change. Dude, when the game's on, it's level 10 and it does. And then the fucking knob falls off. There's nothing else you can do. It's just, it's stuck. He's seen it. It doesn't change.
You think John was bad then? Wait till I get involved. I'm able to blow the embers on that fire better than anyone.
And poor Izzy, God bless Izzy, because she tried to calm you down, but there was no getting that train back on the tracks.
I know. That's
I also like that part when my TV was ahead of yours, and you were getting really pissed off about that.
I knew you weren't going to do it. I knew you weren't going to. I knew you weren't going to try to sync up the stream, bro. I knew it because in my mind, I'm like, he says that and he's holding his little DirecTV remote. I'm going to shove it up his ass. He's not going to do it.
But when you, there was one part when you said, I'm so fucking pissed right now. And I already saw the next play and I was like, not as pissed as you're about to be.
And then everything changed, and that was.
I like when John started going nuts on you guys, like right at the end of the game, because you guys were going, you guys went like this.
Yeah, we covered up.
Bill was hiding under his T-shirt. Tony looked like a triangle, and I'm like, "What the fuck I'm like, dude, what are you hiding for? And Bill's like, because you didn't see, nothing's happened yet. And I'm like, Bill, just tell me what happened. And he's like, nothing's happened yet. Tony was hiding. I don't know. It is what it is.
Anyways, maybe we'll try that again on another prime time.
I'm gonna need.
We'll get a primetime game, and it'll just be us three, so we can try to hold it together. And there was a lot of talking on top of everyone on that show, and it was pretty unorganized. Probably because of me. I was stirring up shit the whole time. But I think if we could get just us three, we could keep things calm. Yeah, you got your pause, John.
Oh boy,
did I?
Yeah.
Can you hear me at least?
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. So Jaguars Bengals Thursday night.
That was the worst team I've ever seen.
This piece of shit.
You just said Bengals are the worst team.
The Jaguars are the worst team I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Even with that gift play that happened, they still managed to get freaking blown out.
You know what I didn't really want to talk about, but fuck it. Now that the cat's out of the bag. I was thinking, John.
Hold on, I'm going to take myself out and I'll be right back. Hold that thought. Okay. I don't know what's going on right now.
Okay.
Nick was over here last night. He probably fucked everything up. Little hillbilly.
He's.
God damn it. What the fuck?
So I was thinking, John is playing me at fantasy football.
Yep.
And he was close. And he had Aaron Rodgers and the running back.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Jones. And I'm thinking, okay, well, one of two things is going to happen. Either he's going to beat me at fantasy and have some type of happiness in amongst all that crazy shit, or the 49ers are going to beat the Packers. And somehow, some way, the 49ers ended up losing, and he ended up losing a fantasy. So I like to call that the double whammy. Whammy. All right. Jaguars, Bengals. Who you got?
Bengals, and I got them by over the 7.5. I got them covering. I mean, the Bengals are getting good. I don't think they're going to be able to compete in the AFC North, not this year, but they're good. They're not bad anymore. And the Jaguars are horrible.
Yeah, Jaguars are bad. I just keep waiting to turn every morning. I turn on the TV just to see if Urban Meyer's still their coach. He's going to jump off the fucking train. That's going to happen.
I mean, here's the thing: like they were better last year, and they had what's his nuts with the mustache as quarterback, and they had
Minshew.
They had Minshew at quarterback, and I don't even know who their coach was. But they were much better. They were at least able to compete in games. You know, they played the Browns tough that year. There's nobody they're playing tough. This team's horrible. And I said it. Like I think Urban Meyer's like overrated, but I didn't think he was this bad.
Yeah, here's my thing. Who is he going to take with the number one pick this year? Because they're going to get it. They're going to get the number one pick.
Locked.
And
locked and loaded.
Hopefully there's not like a really high ranked quarterback, because they'll have to trade down, obviously. Yeah. But geez Louise, man. Like you said, they were competitive last year.
Like they won the first game, I think, and they played a couple teams tough. And James Robinson? He looked like a legit number one back last year. And I still don't think he's bad. I think he's fine. It's just they don't they're not using him right. And Urban Meyer just likes to run his stupid system that doesn't always work. And he's just going to run it and he'll run it if they lose. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, so you're obviously taking the Bengals and given the 7.5, right?
Yeah, taking them to cover.
Yeah, I am too. The Jaguars are that bad. I'm taking the minus 7.5 in the Bengals. We'll get to John's pick when he comes back on. Washington football team minus 1.5 at the Falcons. Who you got?
This is tough. I picked the Falcons last week over the Giants. I'm going to take Washington to cover. Falcons are still pretty crappy. I think Washington can win.
I think this game is going to be a battle between wide receiver stars. It's going to be the McLaurin versus Ridley show, and that scares the shit out of me because I'm playing Rizzo. I'm playing Rizzo this weekend, and he has Ridley on his team, and I think it's going to be the Ridley and McLaurin show, and I think they're both going to go ape shit, which it is what it is, but I don't think anyone from Washington can stop Ridley, and I don't think anyone from Atlanta can stop McLaurin.
I think
so.
Washington's front seven still pretty decent though.
The front seven, yeah, but they're corners. Their backfield's terrible.
Yeah, but you're saying the offenses are equal, but at least Washington has a good front seven.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Washington. I think Heineke and McLaurin go on the road. Am I saying his name right? McLaurin. I'm taking the Washington football team. Johnny, who do you like on the Jaguars Bengals? Bengals minus 7.5.
I'm taking the Bengals to cover and win that thing for sure, bro.
Who do you like in this one? Washington minus 1.5.
Washington
cover.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of. It's you kind of.
I don't know, man. You know what? Let me take the Falcons on this one. Let me take the Falcons.
It's kind of hard to take them not to cover because it's only 1.5.
For some reason, they're not meshing the way that defense was meshing last season. I don't know if it's just a slow start, but I'll take the Falcons this week.
This one I don't understand.
Like, I mean, listen.
They are taking the Bills and just.
I think the Bills are going to win.
Jesus Christ, shit.
I think the Bills are going to win, but 16.5 is an awful lot. I think that's the biggest spread we've had, right?
Bigger than the Arizona spread?
I don't know. I think
maybe that's no. I think you're right.
I don't remember seeing. Yeah, I think the Texans have been playing people tough though. Granted, Davis Mills he's not as good as Tyrod Taylor, but I don't think he's that far off. I'm actually going to take the Bills to win, but not cover.
16.5 fucking points is a shit.
But that's at home, so they're giving them 3, right?
Yeah, but you essentially have to win by 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Why does that seem
exactly
hard
what
to
you have to win by?
Why does that seem hard to you, though? I mean, the Bills just put up 41 or 43 against Washington with the better defense, in my opinion, than the Texans.
It's not hard, but I don't think the Bills' defense is like lockdown, stop you at every play defense. I think they'll give up points, and on top of that, I think like their defense isn't as good as Carolina's defense. I think they, exactly. I'm complimenting Houston because the way they played Cleveland as well. We soundly beat Houston. We beat Houston pretty soundly.
What if Tyrod Taylor hadn't gone out though?
I think they still win. But yeah, we only beat them by 10. Like we soundly beat them, but we only beat them by 10. Like you're talking about the Bills could theoretically be up by 21 points with like 3 minutes left, which is a shellacking. And then all of a sudden they put in all their subs, and they get
they could be up by 24 with 3 minutes left and come down and score a garbage touchdown to cover.
Touchdown or something. That's the type of stuff that could happen when you have that high of a spread. I'm going to take them not to cover it. They might cover it, but I'm going to take them to win but not cover.
Yeah, I'm going the same thing. Buffalo to win, Houston to get a garbage touchdown to cover. John, who'd you like?
I like the Bills, and I'm going to take them to cover.
Holy shit. I can't see a lot of people putting a lot of money on that. I mean, I would just avoid that game and pick something like Washington and Atlanta where it's like a pick 'em game,
Mm-hmm.
But
I
whatever.
think that your offense is literally taking off, and I don't see you guys putting up any less than 31 a game. I think you guys are
Josh Allen's my quarterback.
I mean, they're awesome. I'm not going to take anything away from them. I just hope that Trey Lance can develop no different.
All right, this one.
Jesus,
watch out,
bro! I mean, you downgraded the choo-choo train, bro. But you nailed it on the jungle. That is killer, bro.
That lion was fierce.
That was awesome.
Lions versus the Bears. Bears -3.5. I don't know how much. When a team plays as hard as the Lions play every single week, when do you stop playing hard? Because
Campbell is a nut job. It's not going to stop. He's going to keep that intensity up.
I know, but eventually the players are like, we're not pulling these games. We're not winning. We're not good. We're just playing really hard. And I think eventually that stops. And I don't see it stopping this week. It's still early in the season. He probably still rallying them. The Bears, they could probably tee off on Fields like the Browns did.
I can see the Lions coming a little bit alive at the end of the season. Kind of how like 49ers fans, kind of like how like when that one year when they were terrible and all of a sudden they got Jimmy and they won like the last like 5-6 games. I could see that happening with the Lions. Because like I said, they do play hard. It's just they need to figure some stuff out.
I think they were shaken by Cleveland, and I don't believe in Nagy at all. So, have they named their quarterback this week yet?
You know what? Havoc's right. They Havoc's right. They lost to the 49ers, the Ravens, and the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
Those are three really good teams, and they didn't get destroyed
by any of them.
No,
maybe the Packers beat them up a little bit, but it was close for them for a lot of the game.
I just think that they've been underestimated, and I think people overestimated Jacksonville for whatever reason with Trevor Lawrence, the Golden Boy, and Urban. But really, I really think that it was just switched around. I think I think the media and football fans in general thought that Detroit was going to be garbage and Jacksonville was going to be better. I mean, not much better, but I think they were switched around in people's minds.
Like, there's a lot of
you saw them.
There's a lot of like things with like Jared Goff. Like, I think he's been a little bit disrespected, a little bit unfairly. Like, he's been a decent quarterback. Like, he's not the greatest in the world, and Stafford's obviously better, but he's not terrible.
Why that? Do you know? In addition to why why I agree with you 100% is throw in his durability. Jared Goff is he had fucked up fingers last year, and he played, and he actually threw a pretty decent game. Didn't he have surgery on a finger or a thumb?
I'm not necessarily aware of that, but I'm just saying, like, he's not a horrible quarterback. Like, he's definitely an NFL starting quarterback. He's definitely in that.
He fits the needs of Detroit. He's young. They can build around him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They nailed the coach. I think they got it. Tony and I had this discussion. He said, dude, I honestly think that I underestimated the Lions. The intensity that they played with. We weren't sitting here like wooing Wad, but we were just like, whoa, bro. Like these guys are they are well coached, and I think Detroit was I think they were underestimated. That's all.
You know, when I look at coaches and I rate coaches on if they're good or not, I'm a fucking nobody. I don't know who's good or who's not. But when I look at them and I judge and I want to make a point to say if this guy's good or bad, I look at coaches that are getting a quarter out of a dime. And what I mean by that is, you know, you look at the players that you have. They don't have anyone. And that guy's getting a quarter out of a dime right now. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's getting he's competitive against fucking a loaded San Francisco team, competitive, and not just competitive, but comebacks in those games. They could have easily just rolled over and died at that San Francisco game. They fucking didn't, and that's coaching. That's coaching.
Yes, they exposed our deficiencies. They stacked the box. They forced Jimmy to throw outside the numbers. They took away the middle of the field where he's comfortable dinking and dunking, and they made a game. And they forced us. We were winning by 30. What was it, Nick? What was the final score? 41-33. They won by we won by 8, right?
I think that was exactly what it was.
Yeah.
We won by 8. So they made a game out of it, and they have played talent. And I'm with Havoc right here because I believe that even Nagy can't get he can't coach to his 3 quarterbacks. He can't coach to their he can't. What am I trying to say? He can't coach them, you know. What do I always say? You need to coach to your quarterback's strengths, right? And I don't believe that Foles, being the veteran of the 3, believes in Nagy himself. I don't think that he believes in Nagy. So I don't. I'm 100% with Havoc on this. I just don't believe that he changes his scheme because his scheme is shit. It's bland. It's flat. And I can't stand Nagy, bro. I don't believe in him. So I believe the Lions get their first win against the division rival here.
I think there's gonna be a heavy dose, if they're smart, heavy dose of David Montgomery. A real heavy dose of David Montgomery. And I think they can kind of control the clock that way. Those Lions are pesky though, boy. Those are some pesky Lions, and I
love
think
to see it though, right? You
I
love
do.
To see it.
It's like the island of misfit toys, is how I see them right now. Jared Goff, no one fucking wants him. Okay, send him to Detroit. They're wide receivers. Can you name any of those fucking guys before this year? Could you even? They got a guy named Cephas, for God's sakes.
And he was actually a big part of their game plan, I think.
Yeah, he's their number 1.
It sounds like a disease.
Yeah, he's suffering from Cephas.
Boy. You're a dick. What's up, man? Thanks for joining us, brother. Good to see you.
I'm going to do something weird, and I'm going to take the only reason weird is because I don't like taking like doing the 3.5 thing, but I'm actually going to take the Bears winning, but not to cover. I don't like doing that when it's that close, but
this is a division matchup here.
Yeah. I think
you're picking the Bears?
I'm picking the Bears. Listen, the Bears aren't as bad. Like people think because the Browns kicked the shit out of them.
They got nothing out of Mac. They got nothing out of Mac. Khalil Mack, that trade, they got nothing yet. He hasn't done shit.
I mean, he got hurt a little bit, but Khalil Mack's still really, really good.
Okay.
On top of that, they have Robert Quinn, who's also really, really good. Their defense is really, really good. Roquan Smith is awesome.
I like the other guy. What's his name? Hakeem Nicks. Is that him?
Yeah, the receiver.
Okay, not Hakeem Nicks. Who the hell is the other dude on the line with Khalil Mack?
It's like Hakeem Hicks. or some shit like that, isn't it?
Who is it? Somebody in the chat help me out here. Who's the other guy on the defensive end of the ball over there in Chicago? He's actually I think he's getting more pressures than Khalil Mack on that line.
Is there I saw today, I think the Panthers traded away Dan Arnold, but I was thinking like that's their tight end, and it was like their quarterback Sam Darnold, and I just wanted to see nonstop Sam Darnold to Dan Arnold. Like what a perfect matchup!
Arnold.
Sam Darnold over the middle to Dan Arnold. Like what the fuck? Did he just pass it to himself?
But yeah, like the Bears aren't as bad as people think they are. Like they're like I said, they're 1-2. They've played 3 of probably the best teams in the league. I mean, I'm sorry, 2 of the best teams in the league. One of them's an up and coming good team that they beat. They beat that team. They beat the Bengals. And the Bengals are better than the Lions. And the Lions are pesky, and we love them, and they play hard, and we like the way that Campbell's coaching them. But I just don't think they're going to beat the Bears. I think the Bears' defense is going to take the day. I think it's going to be low scoring. I think you're probably going to see a lot of field goals in this game. But I think the Bears come out on top. But I don't take them to cover. I think this is a game that can be won by a field goal.
Yeah, I think David Montgomery is gonna have himself a day. I think Lions will put up some points, stay competitive.
Hakeem Hicks, Jesus Christ! Not. What did we say? Hakeem Nicks is a receiver. Hakeem Hicks.
He's a receiver that played a while ago.
That's the dude. That's the dude.
Sam Darnold, Dan Arnold, who gives a shit? But yeah, I think I'm going to say the Bears cover 24-20.
Yes, thank you, Izzy. I'm sorry. I was looking it up. That's it. Thank you.
How about you, John? Who are you going with?
For the Lions Bears?
Yep.
I'm taking the Lions. I believe they get their first win of the season, and this shitbag goes 0-6 in the division he goes 0-4 in the division for sure. I can't stand him. I think he's trash.
Right. Next on the docket, we have the Panthers. That's scary too. Against the Cowboys. I wouldn't want to fuck with a Panther.
Panthers are sneaky.
Those Panthers are sneaky.
Take your eyes out right before you even know them.
So no McCaffrey. They got Chuba Hubbard in there. Who do you guys like in this one?
I'm going to say the Cowboys. I'm going to say the Cowboys to cover. If J.C. Horn was available, I might think, maybe this is a trap game. Maybe the Cowboys are riding high right now, and Panthers, everyone's looking down on them. Maybe the Panthers.
No, this isn't. I don't think this is a trap game, Nick. This is going to be a good. It could be a good game.
But I think the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys cover.
Yeah, I think it'll be.
This is a trap game.
I said if J.C. Horn was playing and the defense was
the Panthers are undefeated right now, and they're one of the five. They're one of the 5 teams I believe that are undefeated right now. They could go 4-0, but I'm still taking the Cowboys.
Yeah, there's a bunch of fools gold in the league right now, and the Panthers are one of them.
All right,
I'm going full. I'm going fool's gold as well. I'm saying Cowboys destroy Sam Darnold and Dan Arnold.
I think the 3 of us agree, right?
Destroy Arnold and Darnold.
I think they just traded Dan Arnold, which would really piss me off. I didn't get to enjoy that longer. I'm going with Cowboys. Big win over the Panthers. They're cruising right now, and I think J.C. Horn was a big loss on defense. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey not playing. Give me Cowboys. How about them Cowboys to cover? What about you, Johnny?
I got the Cowboys also, Tony.
To cover.
Yes. No, not to cover.
I I fucking hate when you do that. It
I'm
happens.
sorry. They'd have to cover to win. I'm sorry.
No,
I just
No.
Look, I think
you're okay on this one, actually.
no. Let me change my take here. Maybe the Panthers go 4-0. I'll go with the rest. I'm gonna agree with the guys in the chat. I think the Panthers beat the Cowboys because I think the Panthers are. I think Darnold found his place. Darnold found his place here. I think he's rolling here.
So you're
If
going
they beat
with
the Cowboys, they're to be taken serious. They'll go 4-0. Who did they beat, Nick? Look that up.
the
Panthers
Texans
so far.
The Texans, the Saints, and the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one team, I'd say the Saints was a decent team that they beat. So I'm going to stick with it. I'll take the Panthers to win.
All right, next one. We got.
Nick loves Dolphins, right? Like when you play, he loves dolphins. That's his favorite creature on the planet.
Dolphins, my favorite water animal. Elephant, my favorite land animal.
Oh my! What?
You didn't know that? Dude.
You used to watch Flipper when you were little.
Dude, when you play that sound, you don't notice Nick smiles like a 5-year-old at a fish tank. Look at him.
Flipper was a shark's worst nightmare.
Flipper was a beast. Colts Dolphins minus 1.5. Who you got? Revenge game. There's not only one huge revenge game this week with Mr. Tom Brady. There's also Jacoby Brissett revenge. Who do you got?
I'm going to take the Dolphins to cover. I just think the Dolphins are a better team right now. They're at home. I feel like they're just going to do it. I really have no major basis on why, but I feel like this could go either way, and obviously, just love that fucking Flipper sound.
I feel
John.
like Nick should have been in Free Willy. Should have been the actor in it.
You remember that South Park episode when he has that surgery to turn him into a dolphin? You should do that.
Oh, I never saw.
I always wanted to be a dolphin.
A dolphin op. What would they call it? Anyways,
I'm think the Colts win this one.
John going Colts, Nick going Dolphins. Oh man, I gotta tell you, I don't give a shit. I don't care about this game whatsoever. I don't think either of these teams are going anywhere. This one bores me.
It does. They're both teams that are smacked right dab in the middle of who's good and who's not.
Yeah, and I have no fantasy players in this game.
Yeah.
It's just fuck.
Let's just pick one and have fun with it. I'm taking the Colts. I think maybe they beat the Dolphins at Miami too.
I'm gonna do the Dolphins just because they're home. They got a good defense still. Jacoby Brissett revenge. They played the Raiders tough. Give me the Dolphins. Dolphins to cover. Nick?
I say Dolphins to cover.
All right. We got some sound effects coming on this one, boys.
Oh, boy. What is he?
Here we go again. It's the Cleveland Browns and it's first and 10.
So get on your feet and let the games begin. Here we go again.
You added the last part. You haven't done that yet.
When you think I'm done, I keep going.
No,
all right.
No, please don't go any further. Okay.
We gotta have it we have to have it by the end of the year. You just sing the whole song.
Yeah, let's do that so we can lose subscribers.
So Cleveland Browns travel into the Minnesota Vikings. and I think this is going to be a super entertaining game. Vikings are pretty good. They're actually pretty good. Go ahead, Nick. We'll start with you, buddy.
I think they're a little bit of fool's gold too. I don't think that they're as good as you might think they are. I think Browns win and cover. The Bengals can do it. If the Bengals can do it, we can do it.
John?
Roy Boyd, man, that was probably pretty awesome. Missed that comment. Sorry, pal. I'm gonna take the Vikings gave Arizona a good game. They beat the Seahawks. Did they beat the Seahawks?
Yes. They came back. They came back and beat the Seahawks. It was like a high-scoring game. Seahawks were winning the whole game.
I'm going to take the Vikings, Nicholas, to give your team a hard time and win by a field goal. Take the Vikings.
Ooh. Oh boy, I think this is going to be an awesome game.
It's going to be a big game.
I think I like the weapons. I like the weapons on the Vikings, and the fact that they're playing at home. And you know what? You want to keep throwing fool's gold out there, buddy. I got some news for you. Little fool's gold going on in Cleveland, Ohio. If you ask me,
Cleveland, Ohio.
They beat Justin Fields' first fucking game ever. Okay,
they had the greatest defensive game in the history of football.
Okay, maybe it was because it was the worst a quarterback's first fucking game ever.
Okay. Other quarterbacks.
Yes, sir, he is. Games. Roy Boy, he is.
Every quarterback has had a first game some point in time.
Okay. How about
wow, now Havoc, those my
Tyrod Taylor.
Words.
Havoc, the Browns secondary is actually very good.
Tyrod Taylor
will stop Jefferson. Will shut him down.
Who's his backup? Mills. They beat Mills.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And who they lose to?
They lost to the Chiefs, who honestly, the Browns played the Chiefs better than anyone, better than any team the Chiefs played so far.
Mm.
Look at that comment, Nick.
You know
She's
what?
Got the memory. I told you, memory. She remembers everything.
I'm going. I
like this right here. The mistake by the leg right here.
I'm going with the Minnesota Vikings. Give me Thielen. Give me Jefferson. Give me Cook. I think the Browns are going to get down in this game, have to come back on the arm of Baker and the receiving of Odell Beckham. And I don't think they have enough. I don't think they have enough fucking weapons. I don't think they have enough weapons. I don't think they have enough weapons.
Yeah, Chubb, Hunt. Who else you want?
Chubb's only a weapon when they're winning.
They'll be
or close. If they get down points, they're fucked.
That's loyalty, man. She's right, bro. That is faith. You are faithful fans.
All right, Giants and Saints. Jeez, I don't care about this shit game either, but who do you guys like in this one?
Saints cover, Giants suck.
Nick, you're frozen. There you go. John?
Saints.
I go Saints. I think it's gonna be a Kamara. Hopefully they just feed Kamara and let their defense win, hand them a victory. So Kamara and defense is going to be too much for the Giants. Give me the Saints. I'll take the -8.
Saints are just so hard to look at without Drew Brees for me. It's just, I don't know. Do you guys just look at the Saints so much differently? Is it so weird not seeing Brees out there? Just really?
They just feel like they're just like they're not as good.
We're losing you, Nick.
You take that one guy off their team, don't get me wrong, it's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Oh, first ballot, bro. Phenomenal.
You take that guy off their team, and for whatever reason, my mind goes straight to they're a dog shit team. And they're not. I mean, they're competitive and they have a great defense. They have Alvin Kamara. Winston has a more live arm than Drew Brees, but it's like the decision making, the game management. There's no replacing that with any arm strength. There's no replacing that Drew Brees, his knowledge of the team, knowledge of the playbook, knowledge of the situational football. And I just don't. They just come out. I mean, I automatically think they're a shitty team, and they're not. They're 2-1. They beat the Patriots in New England. They beat the Green Bay Packers. And that game was in Jacksonville. It wasn't even a home game. But I don't like them.
I think Sean Payton and I think Alvin Kamara, and I don't think of Winston. My mind just goes directly to Sean Payton and Kamara. I can't in my mind, dude. The Saints just don't look like they don't. I have no confidence without Drew Brees.
Winston's not as good.
Yeah, Winston's.
I mean,
terrible.
I get it, Nick. It's just that
Winston's
most of our adult life, bro, we've just seen Drew Brees dominate the game. I mean, he's always in games. It's just as long as we've loved football, guys, it was Drew Brees, right? And I mean, we just saw him do great shit. So it's weird. It's so weird. And I don't know. I guess I just wanted to bring it up.
There was nothing scarier than playing fantasy football, and you could be winning by, you pick a number, whatever the number is, and the guy you're playing still has Drew Brees on Monday night. There is nothing ever scarier than that.
It had to be up by over 45 points.
Oh, yeah.
And he kept you in it.
And it would still be close. It'd still be close somehow.
Because Brees is one of those guys that not only was he great just as a player, but he also played in a system where they really never had a great running back, like in terms of running the ball. Like their running back, they might have had a good running back, but he was also like used a lot as a receiver.
Who's that?
The Saints under Brees. So Brees passed all game.
I mean, they had Deuce McAllister.
Yeah, but he was used as a receiver quite a bit, and that was early on.
Yeah. Yeah. So who you guys like in this?
I like the Saints to cover.
Okay. John, you like the Saints as well?
I do.
I'm taking the Saints as well. Titans, Havoc's Titans. That's how I don't even call them the Tennessee Titans anymore. It's Havoc's Titans -7.5 versus the New York Jets. Who do you guys like?
I don't see any way the Titans don't cover. The Jets are bad.
It's crazy that
another revenge game. Corey Davis revenge game. Watch out.
Corey Davis revenge game, my ass.
It's a real thing.
It's gonna be the Titans just jamming the ball down their throat with Derrick Henry.
They're gonna ride Henry till the fucking wheels fall off of that man, dude. They have a great pass.
I don't know why. I'm taking the Titans to win, Jets to cover. I'm seeing another like 24-20. I think Corey Davis gets in the end zone at least once against his old team. AJ Brown, I think, is going to be out for a few weeks. That leaves them with just Julio. They're going to try to just jam Henry down their throats. I don't think the Jets' run defense is that bad. I think they'll be able to put up some points, but they'll end up losing in the end. 24-20. Give me the Titans. But the Jets to cover. Titans to win, Jets to cover. Johnny?
We got Tannehill just destroying them in the air. Run game. I don't know if he'll get 200 yards, Havoc, but I say he'll get at least a strong 150 yards, 3 touchdowns. It's going to be a bloodbath. I think. I don't see the Jets putting up 20, Tony, at all. I've taken the Titans.
I just yawned, guys. I'll see you in 30.
Goodbye, motherfucker!
The worst part about when he actually goes out himself is, okay, he actually did switch it. I was going to say, we have to talk about the same thing we've been talking about for like the last 10 minutes. Chiefs, Eagles. The Eagles are not good, but I can see the
Spit
Eagles
it out.
giving them. I can see the Eagles. What? I can see the Eagles.
Dude,
Now,
the best part is he could still fuck with us from time out.
I'm taking the Chiefs to cover. I was going to pick the Eagles to cover the spread, not the win, but I'm taking the Chiefs to cover. The Eagles are not
coming
good.
off of a loss, bro.
Yeah, the Eagles aren't good.
Them.
Jalen Hurts isn't good. I do think the Chiefs' defense is not good either. So that's why I was thinking maybe they can keep it close, but no, the Chiefs are going to dominate. At least at some point in time.
I agree.
You, Tone?
Going Chiefs, man. Eagles look fucking terrible. What would you ever? That sounds awesome.
Because I think Hurts good enough to beat on bad defenses. I think he's good enough to move the ball on bad defenses. I don't think he can do anything against good defenses. I
wouldn't necessarily call Dallas a good defense yet.
I think I would consider Dallas a good defense right now. They're playing well. But the Chiefs are not a good defense. The Chiefs are kind of a crappy defense. And I could see Hurts doing a little something against them. And I could see Sanders having a little success against them. But I don't think they can keep up with the Chiefs' firepower.
Do you want to bet this game?
What do we bet? I really don't want to bet this game because if I would have bet on the Chiefs the last 3 weeks, I would have lost.
Want to make it a 4th week? No, I'm taking the Chiefs in a blowout. I think they're going to come in pissed. Andy Reid coming back to Philly. He ain't gonna fucking lose. Andy Reid,
he's okay.
He's gonna come in and destroy them. And I'm saying a huge game out of Kelsey. I mean, you guys see what Schultz did last night? He had like 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Think about what the fuck Kelsey's gonna do to these guys. Give me the Chiefs. Chiefs gonna destroy them. John, who'd you take?
Chiefs, bro. 2 cover. It's going to be. I think they're going to beat them up.
Cardinals versus the Rams.
This is an intriguing game right here.
This is going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I think it's a 4:00 slated game. Definitely a 4:00 game, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's hear it, Nick.
So I'm not a 100% believer in the Cardinals. I think they're a good team. I just don't think they're in the upper echelon of teams. I think they're right below. And I think the Rams are in that echelon. I think they're at home. I think they're going to win. I'm going to say not to cover, though. I think this could be closer than the spread is.
What, you think this is going to come down to a field goal?
Every time you say not to cover, though, you make it sound like it's like you just saw a Yeti. Like who gives that's what the spread's there for, buddy. It's okay to say not to cover. It's all right.
I think it can come down to a field goal, like a 1-point game, and I feel like maybe somebody goes for 2 and stuff like that. So I'm going to pick them not to cover, but Rams to win.
I'll tell you what's fun to watch in this game is Hopkins versus Ramsey. Those two were at it. When Hopkins was in the Texans, was with the Texans, and Ramsey was the Jaguars, and then they both go to the same division again. last year, and I think it's going to be a fun. I like watching those. I hate to say it because I don't like him as a person. But I fucking love watching Jalen Ramsey play the cornerback position.
Great.
That guy is phenomenal.
He's
He's a phenomenal football player, and you have to respect how he plays the game and how he takes the league's best receivers and just takes them out of the fucking game. Say, okay, someone else is going to have to beat us because it's not going to be this motherfucker right here. I'm on him. I like the Rams big over the Cardinals. Yeah, I like the Rams. I think this addition with Deshaun Jackson makes them even more explosive. I didn't even know when he threw that ball and they said Deshaun Jackson caught it and ran for a touchdown. I was like, oh, there must be like a new Deshaun Jackson in the league that they
junior or something.
Like they just drafted another Deshaun Jackson this year or something.
He's still fast.
That motherfucker is still out there dusting people, and I like what McVay's doing, and I like the Rams to continue on and to beat and cover the Cardinals. Johnny, big division game.
-4.5. I'm gonna say, the Cardinals they're not beating good opponents by they won by a whiff against Minnesota in overtime, right? Was that overtime, Nick? No, it wasn't.
It was. I think it was. Maybe it was overtime. I don't fucking remember.
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna take the Rams, but not to cover. I think it's gonna be close as shit. It's going to be. It'll be a great game though. 4:00. Rams Cardinals, an NFC matchup in the West for sure, bro. I'm going to take the Rams, but not to cover.
Same as Nick. Rams not to cover, and I'm taking Rams to cover. And too bad John won't be able to watch that because he will be watching the Seahawks.
I'm going to be switching in between. I just want to see.
You're not switching.
Yes. I will be. If I can watch them together, if I can just do that, I'm going to be at the restaurant. So I have to contain myself and not ruin my business.
He won't. Business going down.
I know, dude. I hide. I hide. I grab a bundle of my aprons and then I just stick my face in them and I scream into them because I lose it, bro. I just take the laundry and I just shove it in my face.
It's so unsanitary. That's unsanitary.
No. I leave everything in the plastic. It's all good. It's all good. Fucking this right now. I have a meltdown. I hide.
For those who saw that recap show where John was watching the Packers Niners. When he watches the 49ers Seahawks, that is times it by a million. That's how pissed off John gets.
Man,
I love it.
I want to see that so bad.
I
want to see it so bad.
It takes years off the back end of my lifeline, bro. It takes years away from me. I mean, it's like
John will be upset for a whole week. Like he's probably still a little hurt from the Packers game, but John,
I can watch it. The Packers, I can get over it. I'm over it. I'm good.
I'll go over after, and he'll be evil for a week.
Nick, so John, do I need to even ask who do you like? Niners to cover, I'm assuming.
Yeah. We can beat them by more than 2.5.
I think I agree. I think the secondary's skeptical, but I think
it's Jamal Adams. I mean, we like to put some respect on the man's name. I hate the Seahawks, but I do like Jamal Adams. I think that San Francisco coming off this heartbreaker behind me right now, I think we established the run game again. We get back Elijah Mitchell, Trey Sermon gets his feet under him again, and I believe that I think we're gonna take Russell and we're gonna stick him in the ground a few times. Plant that motherfucker.
Nick?
Izzy, are you ready? So I told you when I was talking about.
Well, first of all, you're freezing up. You're getting all you're losing. We're losing you here and there, pal. So.
Yeah, stop with the antics. Tell us who the fuck you like.
Okay. When I started talking about the 49ers earlier in the season, I said these first couple games are going to be kind of easy. Once you start playing the Packers is when the real exposing is going to happen. And this is the game where I think the 49ers fandom is going to kind of go crazy because I'm picking the Seahawks to come into San Francisco and win. I don't know if it's going to be a blowout. I don't know if it's going to be a close game. Their defense is – the 49ers' defense is still good, but their secondary is very suspect, especially after the injury of the cornerback. I forget his name, Brett.
Yep.
Especially after that injury, I think the secondary is very suspect.
And then Josh Norman gets bruised lungs against Green Bay.
Russ is still Russ. Elijah Mitchell is not – I don't want to judge him yet because he had one good game and the other game was okay. I don't think he's a dynamic running back. I think he's okay. I don't think Sermon's a dynamic running back. I think he's okay. Mostert's the only guy that you have with any true semblance of being a dynamic running back, and he's not playing. I think the 49ers will definitely make it close. The 49ers will keep it close for the most of the time. But I think at the end, Russ, being the great Russ that he is going to come out on top. And I think I think the Seahawks are going to take it.
And there goes the diner.
And there goes the diner.
I mean, look, the only thing that I agree with you is that the secondary is suspect right now. And I believe that they're going to try to dominate that. I believe Russ is going to spread the ball to Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett's fucking good route runner. So I don't know, man. I do worry about that, but if we can get pressure on Russ, we might be able to make him make mistakes. And outside of that, DK is going to have a field day back there. But he sucks at route running, so I mean,
he can go over the top. That's all he does, anyways. Works so far. Here's the thing: I think this is the game that 49ers fan base is going to go crazy with the Jimmy Trey conversation. I think this is the game that they go nuts.
The thing is that Jimmy actually plays Seattle quite well.
Yeah.
So
There's still people calling for his head.
Dude, that's been going on since 2018. I mean, since 2019, bro. Nothing new there, bro. Nothing new.
All right, I'm taking the 49ers to cover the 2.5. Nick, you're taking the Seahawks to win straight up. John's taking the 49ers to cover 2.5. And now we're on to the Ravens versus Broncos. Undefeated Broncos. A little fool's gold there, Nick. And no fool's gold there in Denver.
I think a little fool's gold, but I do think the Broncos are a really good team.
You're right.
Fighting some injuries. They're fighting injuries. I think that Hamler kid just got he might be out for the season, I think. I don't know. They're decimated at wide receiver right now. I think we're playing with a little bit of fool's gold over there in Denver, and I don't think the Ravens are good either, though.
No, the Ravens are fool's gold. That's pure fool's gold.
It's pretty much a pick 'em. Give me the Broncos. Give me the Broncos at home, up there in Mile High. Up there in that Mile High. Give me the Broncos. Johnny, who you got?
I like the Broncos too. I think they have a great secondary. Good defense all around. I'll take the Broncos.
Nick?
Broncos, good defense. Teddy Bridgewater's not going to make too many mistakes. I think the running game's going to have its way with the Ravens. I think Lamar Jackson will make mistakes. I think they'll force them into him. I think the Broncos will win and cover that 1 point.
Oh, boy.
Black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah, you know what it is.
Stop. You are not on MTV. You are not on 106 in Park. Stop.
Hold on.
Oh, God, dude.
Black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah, you know what it is.
Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my God. Making no rhythm. And he just... he's like a fucking yard gnome that's just blowing in the wind.
That was two bald guys with no rhythm. We couldn't even get a.
It's Tony. I mean, it's that face that he makes. That he just you might as well do duck lips and take photos of yourself on TikTok.
We couldn't even get the finger wag down right.
I think offensive. I thought my finger wag was amazing.
No.
Let's show it again.
Black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah, you know what it is.
Oh God, dude. Oh my God. That time you both, bro. You guys looked exactly alike.
All right, Nick. Who do you like in this?
Packers cover.
That's
and
it.
there
Just that
goes our
easy.
viewers.
Yeah, I literally say the Steelers are devout talent. They're not good.
They're not good.
They have a good system in place on both their defense that enables you to have not great talent but still be successful. Their offense is a gosh damn mess. Their offensive line is horrific. It's horrific. They're not good.
I hear you, brother. I'm gonna say Packers. I'm taking the Packers as well, -6.5. John, how about you, buddy?
I'm taking the Packers and -6.5 to cover. Steelers don't look too good right now, man.
The Steelers don't look good, but you know who does look good? Me and Nick.
Black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah, you know what it is.
You know what? That's it. We're probably down to 94 subscribers right now.
Oh, fuck. I don't give a shit. You know what? We do this for us. We do this because we're three friends, childhood friends that love to talk sports with each other.
Yeah.
And if people want us to brighten their day, they're welcome to come on this journey with us.
And if you don't,
don't even finish the sentence, dude. The look on your face.
Black and yellow. Yeah, you know what it is.
I just wish it was longer.
I absolutely cannot wait till you. Oh, I mean listen. You've done it enough now. We're getting the copyright strike. Fuck the copyright strike. I can't wait till you guys watch this back.
I can't fucking wait to watch this back.
Oh, holy shit.
All right, guys. Game of the century. Tampa Bay Buccaneers -6.5 going into New England. Tom Brady going back to Foxborough. What do you guys think is going to happen here?
Man, I don't know, man. I think Tampa Bay is just going to beat them, but you got to wonder, like, is Tom Brady going to get like a tribute video or anything going on there?
I think
They kind of listen. You know what? You're fucking obligated to. Okay, you're obligated. You better put something together. There better be a beautiful video montage there for Tom.
I truly
they
believe
had done that last year though.
I don't
they didn't
give a
play
shit.
last. They
You
didn't
better
play
do it
last
every
year.
time
They didn't play it all last year.
You better do it
No.
every time he comes back to New England, man. You better do it.
I think if it was up to Belichick, there'd be no fucking montage.
Yeah, for sure.
But
If it was up
Robert
to him.
Kraft is a classy ass dude, and Robert Kraft loved Tom Brady like a
And yeah, there's
son.
no reason for him not to, bro. Yeah, like
And
a son.
Robert Kraft will make sure something is done in Tom Brady's honor when he returns. I promise that. But there was I was listening to a show today, and they had Brett Favre on, and Brett Favre was talking about when he went to Minnesota and then went back to play the Packers in Green Bay. And he said the car ride over there from the hotel to the stadium was about like a 5 mile drive. And he said for the whole 5 miles, fans were on both sides of the street and were burning his jerseys and actually had coffins, like big coffins with with Brett Favre jerseys inside the coffins. He's like, it was fucking nuts. He's like, he was like,
he didn't necessarily leave on good terms, though.
Who?
No.
I think Brady left on better terms.
Yeah, it was just funny to hear that, though. I mean, you would think we would have done that when LeBron came back after leaving to go to Miami. That's for another day. Who do you like in this? Buccaneers -6.5 versus the Patriots. Who do you like?
You know, I just feel I think the Bucs are going to win, but I feel like the Patriots can make this close. And because I'm going to tell you what, the Buccaneers are the defending champs, and Brady is probably the best big game quarterback of all time, if you don't want to just say quarterback period of all time. But they're not unbeatable. They're not an unbeatable team. Like they were exposed last week as not being an unbeatable team. The Rams beat them pretty good. I feel like Belichick can game plan for Tom. I feel like Belichick probably knows Tom Brady better than most people. And I feel like he's going to absolutely obsess over stopping Tom Brady. I don't think it's going to be enough, but I think it's going to be enough.
I'm not buying it.
Their defense is still okay.
I'm not buying it.
Their defense is still enough to do some to be malleable with. I don't think their offense is good enough, but I think their defense is enough where Belichick can.
Dude, Tom Brady going back to New England right now, coming off a loss against his former team, and I don't think he has anything to prove to the fans. I think it's everything to prove to Bill that he can come in there and fucking humiliate him. And I'm with Havoc on this. I think it's a blowout.
Yeah. I don't think it's a blowout. And I don't think Mac didn't have a good game last game, but don't think he looks terrible.
I feel like Belichick
Mac Jones.
I feel like Belichick all week long is just going to be preaching one message. And that's, guys, I'll never ask for anything ever again. Just win me this one. And I don't think they're not going to be able to do it. I think Nick's right. I think the defense will be able to hold their own, but the Patriots offense will put them in such bad positions field wise. I think they'll probably have a few turnovers. I say the Patriots cover the 6.5. I think they could. I think they could throw
the Patriots to win.
No, I'm taking the Buccaneers to win, Patriots to cover. I see it being like a 30-24. You could score on the Buccaneers.
Yeah,
you could score on them.
They're not an unbeatable team. They show up when they have to. They become dominant when they have to. But Gronk's going to be out. Is Gronk out?
No, I think he's going to play.
No, he's going to play.
Him and Brady are probably like, let's get like 20 touchdowns.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Izzy too. Doesn't matter if he wins this one. He already lost everything when Brady won a Super Bowl in Tampa Bay, Raymond James home stadium.
Jeez.
I really don't think that
Jeez, is he?
Is he?
I don't think
Dropping the ether.
I just don't think that the
Don't say
Patriots
that.
can.
I hate when you say that.
Yeah, I do too, bro. If you match that up with your fingers, oh, bro. Terrible.
All right, Raiders Chargers, guys. Chargers -3.5. I think this is gonna be a super fun Monday night matchup. Who do you guys like?
I actually don't think it might be super fun, but I actually don't think it's going to be very close. I think this is one team who's fool's gold, and this is another team who's actual gold. The Chargers are very good. The Raiders are fool's gold. I think the Chargers actually expose the Raiders and win by much more than that 3.5 spread.
Raiders are fool's gold. Nick's got the Chargers winning by a shitload. Johnny, how about you?
I don't agree with Nick very often, but I do here. I love Ruggs. I think he's phenomenal, and I think Carr is on a mission right now. Gruden, to me, still doesn't know what the fuck is going on. I think Carr is.
Hold on.
Look.
So, are you saying?
I'm pointing out the things that I like about the Raiders, but I believe that the Chargers have found themselves early here now in week 4, and I have them covering the 3.5 and winning.
Okay, I agree with you and Nick. I think the Raiders are fool's gold. And I think the Raiders lose, and I'm taking the Chargers to cover as well. I see that line changing as the game gets a little closer, probably. So that's all the games. We normally do a Would You Rather at the end of the show. Today we're switching it up. We're going from Would You Rather to Could You Either. So we're going to give 2 scenarios, and you're going to say, what is more likely for you to accomplish out of these 2 scenarios? Don't get me wrong, they're still outlandish. But could you either? And then we're going to give the 2 scenarios. You got it, John?
Sure. I got you.
All right. Could you either, for an entire NBA season, average 7 points per game?
Wait a minute. Repeat that.
You, John Vernous.
Yes.
Is it more likely? More likely for you to average 7 points for an entire NBA season? Or could you either average the 7 points in the NBA for an entire season, or average 25 yards rushing for an entire NFL year?
Oh, fuck. I could definitely get to 25 yards in an NFL season. I don't think I'm shooting.
They're ace.
Would you say, Nick?
I don't lovely high of himself, ace.
I like my chances. I like my chances getting out in the open field.
What?
Then shooting. I mean, look. I mean, shooting. I don't even. I think I get swatted on every drive and every shot.
Nick, say that again.
I said, in John's defense, he's excellent in the open field. He really owns the open field.
Huh?
Yeah. Takes him a couple whiles. He's got to get past that first level. But when he gets in the second level, he's got space to work with. He's dynamic.
Are you making fun of me, motherfucker? Because I'll tell you something. I feel much more confident. He said that I could get 25 yards in an entire season, now provided I don't die between that first carry. Wait, is this? Am I carrying the ball here? Am I a running back?
Yeah, you're a running back. 25 rushing yards per game. And
Yes.
when do you plan on being in the open field?
I mean, because I'm fast as shit.
Okay.
I think I have a better chance
Yes.
of getting 25 yards. I'm going to be swatted and stuffed on every attempt I make in an NBA matchup. I'm not getting a shot off.
Here's the thing. So this is could you either.
I mean, if I could get like a pick and roll and I could get a shot off, I may hit a 3 if you give me the ball. Tony, I don't know, man. I think smaller dudes get better opportunities in football. I think I could get the yards even if I go down on my own because if I get tackled, bro, I'm probably out, bro. They're gonna crush me. Bruised lungs, ribs, broken collarbones, dislocated, CTE. Give it to me. Every one hit, I suffer it all.
Provided you stay healthy, like you cannot get injured. That's taking it out of this because any one of us could get one hand off, and our lives would be in danger. Provided you stayed healthy, and that guaranteed to stay healthy. You're going with what scenario do you see yourself being in space? Is what I want. Because
Tony, you're saying that I got to get 25 yards in the entire season. So if I run the ball out of bounds, best chance.
25 yards a game.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. You're giving me 7 points for an entire NBA season or 25 yards every game?
Yeah, if that average 25 yards a game.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. I misinterpreted this. I don't think I can get 25 yards.
I mean, your open field prowess. At least a coin flip. At least a coin flip.
You're actually fucking funny for the first time in your life right now.
I just don't. I'm crying over here.
This is actually incredible. I really love this one.
Oh my god.
Here's the thing. So this is could you either? Is none acceptable?
Yeah, I mean, I might go.
You have to pick which one you think you're physically able to accomplish.
So here's the thing.
Oh my god.
25 yards is probably so. Like we've had talks about this before. And there's famous thing
having said Nick's about to say he could do both.
He doesn't even know Nick, and he's right.
He knows Nick.
So here's the thing: if I'm toting the rock, oh God. Listen, we over exaggerate like people's like athletes are much better than us.
You under exaggerate. You under exaggerate.
No, athletes are much better than us, but in practicality, one-on-one, it's not as great of a difference as people seem to think it is. We tend to think of athletes as like they're superhuman, and they're not. They're just better than us.
Yeah, no shit.
Better than us. Like I played.
That's a fucking phenomenal.
Like I played
what
football.
An assessment.
I played football with a guy who played at the top level in college, in the same position as him. And I'm telling you, he wasn't like that much better than everyone else. Okay,
those guys have
that guy actually went into the NFL. He didn't necessarily have too much success in the NFL, but he went into the NFL. And actually, I played football with a couple guys that did that. Okay, Tony. They're not that much better. I'm telling you.
You've been talking for about 3 minutes.
So a fucking thing. That being said, as a running back. Do I think I could average 25 yards a carry? Probably not.
25 yards a game. 25 yards a game.
25 yards a game. Probably not. Speed's not necessarily my forte. even if I do happen to break one out for 20 yards, I'm probably going to have a lot of tackles for losses, which is all for
not running. You're not getting past. You're not getting past.
It's also going to dial me back. I'm probably not going to be able to do that. Okay.
Oh,
the averaging 7 points in the NBA. Listen, we've had conversation about this, and I keep getting unfairly criticized for saying I could average 7 points in the NBA when this was an entirely different conversation. But if you're talking about actual gameplay, if I'm on the court in an NBA game, they're probably not going to pay too much attention to Nicolas. So I could probably fire off and hit 2 3-pointers, maybe get a foul.
You do realize that the game of
like
basketball,
15,
there's one
15
ball,
footer.
right? There's one basketball, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You're not getting your own ball. Well, hey, nobody's looking at me. I'm over here. And you're shooting your own little ball. Bro, the ball goes to you. The defense, they switch. There's a 7-foot man who towers you and swats your ridiculous, shitty ass shot,
John,
into the fucking
There are players that are shorter than me that probably play in the NBA currently, and there are players that are in the NBA that were shorter than me in the past, and they get shots off over those guys. And before you say they're fast as shit, no, they're not. They're not fast as shit. They're a lot fast. They're faster than I am, but it doesn't take long.
You are not getting a fucking shot off in an NFL.
It doesn't take long to shoot a basketball.
You're not getting a shot off.
It doesn't take long to shoot a basketball. If somebody's double teaming teaming Kawhi Leonard, and I get the ball, I gotta do this.
That's what you, dude. Can you?
If I shoot the ball 10 times, I could probably make 2, 3 of them.
No.
Yes,
you are not. Good. They are going to stand in front of you. They haven't even lifted their arms yet,
and they're going to be guarding other people.
They're just going to stand in front of you, and you can't.
Do I think I can average 7? Do I think I can average 7? I don't think so. But if you dial that back down to 5, I think if I had to be in the game and play starter minutes, I probably could average 5. Because, like I said, I can hit 2 threes.
What if you have a great offensive line? What if you have a great offensive line and you
Yeah, but I'm not that good.
Guys,
I'm not that
That's the first time I've ever heard you say those words in my life.
I played football. I wasn't a running back. I was an offensive lineman when I played.
Tony, you knew this was going to be a hit, right? You knew this was going to be hilarious.
I fucking love this.
I played offensive line. I played offensive and defensive line and linebacker when I played.
But if
the only chance we have of this channel, if this channel gets big enough, this is a pipe fucking dream. We get Nick on a court at halftime with maybe two starters. I mean, 2 bench players. Nick, you're not getting a fucking shot off.
If you had a guy, if an NBA player was
going to be guarding you,
if they were dedicated to guarding me, then yes, I'm probably not going to score five points in the NBA.
So you just think that in a real NBA game, they're just going to be like, they're going to look over here at you,
the way it should
fucking lamp over there.
If you're talking about,
going to be like, oh, that's Nicolas over there.
No, I'm sure if I got the
they're
ball,
not going to guard you.
Would come out to guard me, but they wouldn't. They'll probably put more emphasis on double teaming the team's best player.
They would close out on you so fucking fast.
I can't imagine
you would have to you'd have to shoot like those mascots. You ever see those mascots that go to half court and throw it over their heads and they make them every once in a while?
I have a fairly high shot. I have a fairly high arc on my shot.
No, you would have to do the mascot over your head, half court.
No, you don't. No, you wouldn't.
All right, so
look, you know what?
You would shoot your normal shot.
Tony, look.
Here's
I'm
my
tell you. I give Nick, if he gets the right blocks, he's built enough to get 4 yards. If he gets the right block, he could probably get maybe 15 yards
it's
a
not
game, maybe.
It's not necessarily about my build or my power, because like I said, the other, so a lot of people say, like in basketball, when I say people over exaggerate, people in basketball like they're so fast, or they can jump so high. They can't jump 15 feet to block a shot, and they're not fucking lightning quick. They're faster, yes, they're professional athletes, and they can jump high.
Dude, they're stride.
If you can't block,
drag their balls, and
if you can't block
the back of your head, and swat
if you can't block Nate Robinson, if you can't block Nate Robinson's shot, then you can't. Then chances are you're not going to have eternal success at blocking my shot if I'm kind of not covered. Now the other thing that people say in professional football, where they over exaggerate athletes, they're like, if an average person like myself goes in a game, the first hit, they're going to destroy you and they're going to wreck your body. Yeah, people get hurt all the time in the NFL, but you're not going to destroy me. You're going to take me down. You're going to take me down. You're going to tackle me, but you're not going to break every bone in my body. I'm like 240 pounds. I bench press a lot more than some of the freaking NFL athletes do. I bench press more than Barkevius Mingo bench pressed. Okay, I squatted 500 pounds. Yes, I'm 30. Yes, I'm 38 years old. Okay, but you're not going to demolish my body. My body's still pretty freaking strong. The problem is I'm not very fast. I never was fast. I'm a lot less fast than I used to be, and I couldn't even I couldn't even run that fast to be a running back at high school level. So
I think the hardest part about the rush for 25 yards is the fact that, like, when you watch these NFL games, the running back starts like 5 yards, at least 5 yards behind the quarterback. Do you know how fucking, but before any of us on this fucking show, before any of us even get the ball, the holes are going to be closed. We wouldn't even be able to get to the 5 yards and attack a hole because they would be closed because we're too slow.
Exactly.
But one of us is faster than the other. We got to bet on one.
Tony used to be really fast. I'm not necessarily sure about his current speed. And
not happening.
He's still faster than.
And he also has terrible injury history. He'll come up.
But he said that injuries weren't part of this.
Injuries aren't part of it, but I feel like with Tony they are, because he always has non-contact injuries.
Nick, look, Havoc says it too. Okay, rushing is way more likely because you have more help with linemen blocking for you versus trying to shoot your own. Like you're not shooting. You're not getting a shot off. And you're not going to drive to the hole.
I can get a shot off, John.
No, you can't.
I can get a shot off over anyone. I can get a shot off over anyone. I can get a shot off over anyone. Whether or not that shot's going to be accurate is another thing.
In front of a professional athlete, a basketball player. They tower you.
Doesn't matter. I've been in front of big people before, John.
You know what the best part about this?
Tony went to the Air Force in boot camp with this guy that was 7 feet tall.
And he probably would just stick his hand over Tony and swat every shot that came off of Tony's hands. Every single shot that rolled off his fingertips.
I could have used that guy's
nothing.
I could have used that guy's Brahma as a selfie stick.
And that's my point. Nick thinks that he's
shower and turned his head to be there.
Nick, did you shave with a fucking
I cut myself shaving. It should be good now.
Holy shit! How much?
You fucking triage that shit.
Still bleeding. Put it back on there.
Leave it on there, buddy. Don't you bleeding out?
Oh, fuck.
You know what? If no one else finds us amusing, we at least have Izzy at Havoc.
Oh my god! I can't stop laughing.
We're not. Listen,
Looks like it's still bleeding. I would have put that back. Oh fuck!
I went to an NBA game. I went to a Cleveland Cavs versus the Denver Nuggets. And that's when they had LeBron. Cleveland had LeBron. Denver had Carmelo. And me and Billy sat front row, right underneath the hoop. And I remember that was the first time in my life where I looked at Billy and I said, I'm scared for my life just sitting here. That's how fucking enormous those guys are. And they're on a normal size basketball court, but they're abnormally giant people.
Yeah.
And when you say you can get a shot off, they're enormous. They're giants.
Okay.
You'd have to.
Okay.
You're forgetting.
He doesn't get it.
How does Nate Robinson get a shot off?
Nate Robinson jumps.
How did Steve Nash get a shot off?
Dude, what are you doing? How are you
jumps.
comparing yourself to Hall of Famers, bro?
Steve Nash
Well, not Nate Robinson,
fast.
obviously.
Steve
Nick.
Nash wasn't fast. He was crafty, but he wasn't fast.
Do you know that those guys? You know how like people shoot jump shots?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have that.
Like not even close.
You don't have that.
When they jump.
It's
Their
not in your
feet are
repertoire.
at your top rib.
I feel like I can get a shot off, and what percentage wouldn't be good, but I feel like I can make enough of them. If you would amend that to 5 points instead of 7 points,
7
I feel
points.
like. Well, I don't feel like I could do either of them.
Well, thank God we don't believe you. I could
Right.
either, bro.
Yeah, we can't
get
either.
5, you should be able to get 7.
Could
If
you
you
either?
can get 5. You can.
But I
get 2
feel
more.
like I would be able to. I feel like I would be able to do the basketball one over the football one.
I strongly disagree. I think
You
we
know what's
all
really
three have
crazy?
a better chance.
You gotta
in a
understand.
football
You're not
game.
You're not catching it out of the backfield. Your receiving yards mean nothing.
Yeah,
You have to average
I'm
25
still-
yards rushing.
I'd have to do like an RPO.
Tony, I mean, listen, this is phenomenal. This was probably the best one yet because I have laughed. I think the chat has laughed. But I'm telling you guys, bro, we don't have it to shoot in an NBA game. Even off a pick and roll, bro, we're not getting a shot off. We can't jump high enough. We don't have the accuracy. Tony, probably the best shooter out of the three of us. I still think we have a better chance of running behind blockers.
I do too for some reason. I think if you,
I've been to too many basketball games to know. Even with me and Carter, we were just watching. We were just like, bro, we could never get a shot off. We couldn't. It was just it's too easy to just.
If you made it a point, if you just dialed it back and you really made it a point to only get 1 yard every carry, you can literally get the ball and just fucking jump, just dive as far as you can, and stretch the ball out and just hope.
I mean, dude, we would be probably the most.
You have to get by
entertaining.
the line to do that, and you're going to get tackled for a fucking loss. Like if you see Roquan Smith coming at you, are you going to try and fight him? Are you going to try and run over him or run by him? No, your ass probably going to go straight down, and he's probably going to get you for a 2-yard loss. That means your next run has to be like. Say you run the ball 20 times, your next run has to be like 5-6 yards.
You know what? Put me in a Shanahan offense. I'm going for 100 every game. Fuck you guys. We need to put this. We need to put this to bed, okay? Once and for all. Put me in a Shanahan offense.
Kevin Love could be in a body cast and still stuff us, Dick. Understand that?
No, athletes aren't superhuman. They're just better.
They're bigger than you.
They're bigger and they're better.
Yeah.
That's it.
They're damn near superhuman though.
I'm telling you that they move faster than you because with 5 of your choppy short runs, they take one stride and cover 10 feet, 8 feet.
Dog, I'm going to be parked behind the 3-point line. That's what I'm going to be doing on offense.
And somebody's going to stretch themselves out to be like 10 feet tall and just swat your ball. I don't think you get it.
Then I'll pass it away.
Huh?
Then I'll pass it to somebody else. But if I'm open,
we could all pass it to somebody else.
I'm chucking the
I think
shot.
your pass gets stolen too.
Well, wait. You guys are forgetting. You guys are forgetting one big aspect to this entire. Could you either? You're forgetting about the mad moves that Nick has.
Black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah, you know what it is.
Oh, what this does to me.
We got to wrap this up. I got to be up early tomorrow. It's fucking, oh my God.
I'm going to go to bed laughing. More people are watching us as it gets later.
Final thoughts?
Final thoughts.
I can't wait. Tony, go first.
You know what I'm thinking? You know what's crazy about this entire thing?
Jerry, good to see you, brother.
What's crazy about this whole thing? I think it would, out of those two scenarios, 7 points in the NBA, 25 yards rushing in an NFL game, the hardest out of anything would be probably baseball related.
Oh yeah, no way in hell I could hit a 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
I think it's the most. I think that would be the hardest. Say you had to average a 50, like a .05.
No,
you might as well
average.
No.
That's like one out of every 15 at bats.
Mm-hmm.
And all you got to do is stick the bat out and hope. Like,
it's not happening, bro. We're not hitting a baseball in an MLB game from the shittiest pitcher on the bottom of the bullpen. We're not hitting the ball.
No.
So we're not averaging shit. We're just going, it's not going to happen. Nick's not scoring 7 points. I'm not scoring 7 points. The three of us have the best chance of running behind a lineman, and that's it. We're getting our blocks, and we're going to get a few yards of carry.
What do you think would make us look the dumbest?
Trying to shoot a basketball in an NBA game. We'll look like shit.
Like make you just look ridiculous?
I mean, it will you're going to be bullied anywhere on the court.
I think watching my fat ass walk out in football pads behind a quarterback and an offensive line would be the most ridiculous shit you would ever see.
Dude, listen, I'm taking it all day, bro. We're going to look great in pads, and we're definitely going to look silly.
Does he look like a bitch?
I would definitely look like a bitch.
Oh, fuck. That's great. Right. That was great. Yeah. That was great. Could you either, bro? Phenomenal. That was excellent.
Could you either's catching on? We're going to have to stick with that.
Shit. Yes, for sure.
Go ahead. I don't have any final thoughts, guys. My final thoughts are I'm tired. I got to get up early.
Final thought for me, it's football season, so we're kind of football centric, but there was a big fight over the weekend. Anthony Joshua, he lost to Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk isn't a bum. Alexander Usyk moved up in the cruiserweight division to take on Anthony Joshua and pretty much dominated him. This kind of has huge ramifications in the boxing world. Joshua's thought to be one of the best. Joshua's thought to be among the 3 best heavyweights out there. And now there's a good thought that he's probably not even going to go down in the history books as even being a good one. So It is what it is. It was
Man, it
very,
really-
very good performance by Alexander Usyk. He earned every bit of that. He beat Joshua up.
Yeah, that really fucked up that Fury, the Fury fight, huh? The Joshua Fury fight. Man,
The thing is, Usyk's kind of like Fury. Like, he moves really good like Fury. The only thing is, Fury's like twice as big as him. Yeah, Usyk
Nick believes that this hinders Joshua's future, so to speak.
I don't like
I
Joshua. I never really liked Joshua. Joshua's jab is among the worst I've ever seen. Joshua looks, if you wanted to create a boxer in like a video game, that's like the boxer you would create, because he looks like a boxer. But I just never felt like he had his heart into it. He was always one of those guys that wouldn't fight people. Like, he wasn't a fighter's champion. Like, he would always try to fight people on his terms. He would always say no to fighting them unless it was in England. He just never seemed like he had his heart into it, like he wanted to fight. Like Tyson Fury, you could tell that guy loves fighting. So maybe Usyk gets a shot at it after Fury Wilder, but I don't see any way Usyk beats Fury. I think that's almost impossible. But here's what it is.
Who do you think generates the biggest purse, the better pay-per-view? Even coming off the loss, Joshua, wouldn't you say?
I don't think so. I don't know who's out there that can really go against Fury right now. I mean, Wilder obviously is going to fight Fury here shortly, but I think Fury wins that fight. If Wilder wins, then obviously Wilder is in that conversation again. And Wilder with one punch can do it, but Fury's a master. Usyk, like I said, I don't see any way Usyk can beat Fury. He's good. I don't see any way he can beat Fury, but guy's got to get a shot.
All right.
That's it. Sick ass hoodies.
Stop. Just listen, guys. You guys are priceless, man. Chat. Welcome to the Locker Room Rant. We have just humiliated ourselves. But we actually we will. Havoc, I'll get you one, brother. I will. I got a few. I got to get an order together. Got a couple of guys that are looking to get them. Listen, my final thoughts are oh fuck, man. I laughed myself silly right now, bro. I really did. Nick, bro, you just take care of that. I don't know what the fuck you're shaving with.
Here's what it looks like.
No. We don't. All right. Now, you always got to give me something to edit, bro. And it just takes forever, Do we need to see that? Why can't you just use something that most bald men rely on that doesn't take chunks of their flesh out of their head?
This is the first
How
time
does Tony do it? Didn't you ask Tony, like, bro, how do you do it? You have a triage pad on the back of your scalp. Jesus. Anywho, final thoughts. San Francisco beats Seattle, covers, and fucking plants Russell. And I don't know. I'm gonna go to bed tonight. I hope that the could you, Tony, if you would have started the show with could you either, I'm telling you, oh my goodness, Jesus, it would have been phenomenal.
Could you either? Would you rather?
Could you either this was his call and it was fantastic. That broadens everything, bro. There's so much you could do with could you either. It's incredible. And we're gonna crack people up.
Sean fucking loves.
I did. Dude, I laughed. The laugh that I got out of this. The laugh that I got. I haven't laughed this hard. I don't even know since when. It's just good for them. Good for the soul. Good for the soul.
Man, I think I had a final thought, but I'm just too fucking tired to think about what it was.
Let's just end it on that, dude. Let's end it on a funny, funny, man.
In case anyone's wondering, I'm still in the same place.
Yeah, I was like, what did you do?
Yeah,
Did you take podcasting into Leo's room or what?
I'm still in the same place. I flipped around so I could watch TV. Fuck it. I you know what? No one's wondering where the fuck I'm at. So
What's Jerry saying? Has Nick talked about Cleveland name change? Does he like the Guardians' new name? Nick.
I will never refer to them as the Guardians.
Okay.
I will refer to them as the Tribe. Because I feel like that's the name that should have been. And that's the name I'm going to stick by.
All right, guys. As always, we appreciate everyone for subscribing. Hit subscribe down below if you're not subscribed yet. Hit the notification bell so you could watch your boys live, have fun with us, laugh with us, cry with us. I actually shed a few tears tonight.
So did I. I laughed dude, that was great. Oh my God.
Show your boys some love. Until next, I think we're gonna do we doing a Sunday show this weekend?
I mean, if you guys want to start one till I get here, don't wait on me. I'm gonna do my best to get out, but I'll join you guys as soon as I'm done. So we could do it.
What special we having on Sunday at the diner, John?
I don't know. I haven't thought of that far. Tomorrow's Wednesday, bro.
It's pot roast. We're screwed.
No, we just did. I told you, bro. We don't do the specials like that, bro. They rotate 4 weeks out. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck.
It's like me. It's like me. Like how many patients are you gonna have this week? You know, and fuck you too.
Yeah, fuck me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, guys, maybe there's a way we could take that video from last Sunday and just pull maybe like a 10-minute clip from it. Maybe we could find a 10 minutes that's suitable for YouTube and just pull like a 10-minute clip, maybe towards the end of that game, just to show John's reaction, to kind of tease the next time. To tease the next time that these teams play. The next time that we could do a live watch party with John.
We just need somebody that's competent to do editing and can chop that up and take sound bites and use it, and it'd be excellent. It would be.
All right. Yeah, hit subscribe, show your boys some love, and we'll see you Sunday on the recap show.
Later, fellas. Take care, fam. Thanks for joining us.
Peace.
Later.